on one. Now today I have my 2009 Pontiac G8 behind me. It is a V6 space model. But today I'm going to be showing you how to change the front wheel hubs. Now this is the one I'm using. Left to right, pretty much the same thing. Exactly identical on the other side of the car. I'm going to show you the passenger side right now. So let's get to work. Obviously, as you can see behind me, the car is already on a lift and the wheel is already off. Now if you have access to a lift, great. If not, jack the car up safely and make sure it's secure. Now our first step is to remove the brake caliper. So I got 12 millimeter and we're going to go back here and loosen our 2 caliper bolts. Now sometimes right there it'll start spinning on that side of the caliper. Sometimes you can just keep your finger right there and hold it. Sometimes you need a wrench. What you can do, just take out top and bottom caliper bolts first. Now the next step, move our caliper, and we're going to move it somewhere safely out of the way. Now, I'm just going to remove the brake pads. Now, this is a good time if you're going to go ahead and redo your brakes. Go ahead and put all new on there. These I replaced not that long ago, but recently the hub, the driver's side went out, so I'm just going to replace both at the same time. My brakes are good. Now we need to remove this bracket. We have 2 18 millimeter bolts to remove for it. One here, if you can see, is a little dark, I'm sorry, and one there. Sometimes they're torqued on pretty good. Sometimes they're just on there from being on there probably since the car was new. If you can't get it by hand, sometimes a little force helps. Tap the ratchet until you break it loose and can get it by hand. And while that one's broke loose, I'd go ahead and break the one on the bottom loose too. That one wasn't as bad. We're just going to go ahead and take these 2 bolts out, get the bracket out of the way so we can take the rotor off. So if your rotor's stuck, kind of tapping on it with a rubber mallet and spinning it and tapping it again right here in the gap of the dust shield. Or if you don't have a rubber mallet, a block of wood and a hammer works too. That way you're not in metal to metal on your rotor. Now, take that off. Let's be honest here, it's probably best to go ahead and just do this right now. And let it soak for a few minutes. We have 3 H10 hex, or Allen headed, whichever one you know it as. It is a 10, H10. We got 3 of those bolts. Of course, you want to unplug your sensor. So there's 1, 2, and there's a 3rd one up there. Now, what I'm going to do to knock these loose, make sure it's in there. Make sure my ratchet is in a good spot for me. Now a cheater bar, their longer handle could come in handy, but at the same time you don't always have the extra space. I find the hammer really easy. Like I said, it saved the best for last. As you can see, I got this stud, the ball joint there, right in the way. Unfortunately, it is literally right in the way, just enough. So I'm going to take this off. First, what I'm going to do is take a 21 millimeter and start to take that off. Now, sometimes if the ball joint starts spinning on you, what you do is you get a boxed-in wrench around it and use a 10 millimeter on top. Like so. And you see this is an extension that narrows down. So it gets a bit more room where you need it. An extension like this, you can actually get right in there. Now right here, good idea to clean all that nice rust off and throw a little paint on there so it doesn't rust in the future. Now my paint's dry and the new one's going to go in. Sensor towards the front. What I'm going to do is get the bolts started so they're all lined up. I'm just going to snug them down before I tighten them down. That way I know they're all right, lined up like they should be. Get them all snug down. All I'm going to do, start with one and work my way around. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten back down the bolt joint. Got the rotor set up there. Now it's time for the bracket. Slide it back in place where it was. Get the two bolts started. Tighten them down. Snug one side and go back to the other. And it's not always a popular opinion, but we'll make sure they're tight. Use wax and hammer. And now, before anything else gets in the way, I'm going to plug up the sensor, the ABS, the wheel speed sensor, and all that good stuff. Put my pads back on. Or if you got new pads, now's the perfect time. Go ahead and do that too. Bring my caliper out of hiding. There's a little twisted there, but get on there. Two caliper bolts started. And if you got to hold the little inside piece to get them going, that's fine. Sometimes it likes to spin. Swap out. Back out to the 12. Make sure it's good and tight. Now there we are, just changed the front hub on G8 here. Now obviously the passenger side, driver's side is going to be exactly the same. Easy to do. Well, it's going to take a little patience sometimes. Having a lift definitely helps, I'll admit it. I usually do this stuff in the driveway on the ground, but I have to get this car ready for a trip. And the weather's been horrible with storms and all that good stuff and raining. I couldn't do it, so I had to borrow a shop in order to get this done. But I hope this video proved helpful, and as always, thanks for watching.